going on, everyone? So I wanted to share these craft fabric packages that come from the Dollar Tree. Now, I had picked up one of these packages a while back and I misplaced it. I don't even know where it's at. It had shades of yellow in it. I think it had, what was it? Flowers, bees, something. I want to say it had bees on it. And it was the shades that I thought that I could use. So I picked it up, put it aside, don't know what I did with it. Um, but then I had went back to the Dollar Tree and I decided to pick up these, and I of course did not see that pattern that I had before. And I said that I was going to go ahead and make these because I had seen on someone's channel, of course, this is a while back. I said I'm going to do it, and they had made some strips for later. So if I can link the video, I will. But they had picked up some double-sided adhesive, and so I got this nice big thick double-sided adhesive right here. And then what I'm going to do is just unroll it, lay it out. And I got this from Amazon. And then just probably going to cut it up in threes, which I think will be a good size, 3 or 2. Cut it up and then have it for projects. Now, something like this, I know that I will easily use. Any of these patterns right here, I know that I would easily use, but I thought this was a good idea because for me, I know that I don't normally have anything like this in my stash. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not my taste. But I know that I would like to have something like this around. If I'm making something for somebody, I can use it on a little tag or something that I know that they like. No, so I thought that this was a good idea just to have a little bit of something. And then you never know. As a crafter, you never know when you're going to need something that you normally wouldn't have in your stash. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to take these and make just use the adhesive, stick this on the underside of these, and then make nice strips that I can use. You can add the fabric, folding it over. You can add it to a card, like I mentioned before. You can put this on a tag. I mean, options are endless. So I'm going to go ahead and just make that, get my stash ready, and then just see what kind of project I work on later. So I also wanted to not forget to share that what really got me started before I started to look at those strips is the scraps that I had from projects. Like this one would be great for something like that. I can take this nice size little strip right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive on the back of this, and then you can see here it'll have the paper backing, so it'll be ready to peel off and use whenever I want to use it on a project. So that's how I got to thinking about those strips that are at the Dollar Tree. That would be good. That'd be a good way to utilize those. Okay, so I am finishing up. I've done a few of these and I think they turned out pretty good. So I did mine a little different than the ones that I were inspired by. Since I used the sticky back double-sided tape here, using the glue gun on it was a little bit too much. And I'll show my mistake here. I ended up going ahead and putting this on top just to make sure that if I used the glue gun on it, would it, you know, have that wrinkly look on it, and it didn't. So that was good for me to have one that I could practice on. So, but here I am still using those strips, the Dollar Tree strips here. And I cut this, this is 4 inches long, and then I just folded it over in half, just like she did in her videos. This is from Kathy's Garden that I was inspired by. Now she used, in the width, I think she used 1 1/4, and I think I did mine 1 1/2. And then these are, like I said, the 2. I just wanted to do it a little bit bigger so I don't have to do much trimming. And like I said, she used the glue gun to glue these over, and I'm just going to use this sticky back, which I figured that if I used, which I found out, of course, as you saw, that if you use this, you don't need the glue. And so what I do is just stick this in the middle using that double-sided tape. And I'm going to try to do one side at a time. Put one side on, and then I'm going to push this over and do the other side. Okay, then I'm going to take a paper clip, take my little side, because you can see this is the short side and that's the long side. I'm going to take my short side and then just put that right up underneath, sort of centered right there underneath the file folder, which is 1 1/2 by 4, like I said. And then I cut these a little bit longer than that. I just use the measure and then just cut that a little bit longer. And then all I'm going to do is just kind of fold these up. Now I may do a little bit more trimming if needed. And these are my good Tim Holtz scissors, so if I get a little sticky, there we go. And see, cut that little bit off. I'm not too worried about being totally accurate, because once I get the seam binding on there, and see with that, it seals so good that you don't really need to reinforce it with more glue. And then the only thing I do now is I got these dictionary and library cards from Amazon in a pack, and they're so random that you have to really kind of go through and find, you know, what kind of words that you want to use. So I picked out, of course, faith. This is obtain, some kind of like positive, education, choose. You know, I just chose just random words. And then, okay, then what I did here is I lost the little, this glue gun is good for fine detail. I normally like to use my Ryobi, but if I'm doing something fine detailing, I like to use a short bonder. But if you get one of these, or if you have one and you still have the little stand on here, I recommend right away gluing that on, because I knew it would fall off, and I remember it falling off. And of course, I moved since then, so I know where, you know, I'm probably not going to find it. But Okay, so now just decorating the front. In her, she used like some little stamps and a little like backed by some kind of sort of paper or whatever, but I wanted to use these because I hadn't really used these for anything. So I said, well, I thought that they were wide enough to, and I kept them a little bit wider than the inspiration. So I said, I should be able to use these, and I did even trim these down a little bit. So, okay, so now I've gotten this pulled up a little bit, like I said, above there, so we can be able to put the seam binding on the top. And so let's see, I should have had that ready. I should have had that ready. I don't know what color I want to use. Let's do this. Probably cut too much. Okay. And then I'm just going to, yeah, I cut too much. All I'm doing is just tying this on. And then I knew that I was going to have to play with that some more. Out it. I'm not one to really do a lot of on camera, so I like to play around, so I feel like it's like dead space, but if you know, you know. You kind of want it to be just like you want it. Okay, toss that, save that. Okay, and then she took some thick thread and she tied it around there. I had some twine that I picked up. It was like coat thread. The only coat like heavyweight thread that I have is black, and I wanted she used white, and I wanted color. As you can see, I did mine with some color in the different ones. So, but this is just some twine that I got a nice pack of from Hobby Lobby. That was in my stash. And I'm sure y'all don't care to see me fool with twine and try to stay in camera shy. So I'm going to try. Okay, trying to do this best I can. Okay. I think I kind of kept that in camera so you can kind of see how I did that. And then I just kind of adjust. Of course, you feel like the one that you actually filmed you doing didn't turn out as good as the other one, so. Okay, it's not going anywhere. Of course, this one didn't stay as firm as the other ones too. You know what? That's how it is when you film. Because, look, these ones aren't going anywhere. Okay, it's not going anywhere. It's just me being particular. Okay. And then we're going to use some kind of bling on the top. I'm just going to put some. Oh, don't burn yourself. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So we got that, and then we're going to do a little bit of bling down here. On the bottom. Okay, I think that turned out pretty cute. Okay, so I may trim that a little bit more. But I kind of like it long. Yeah, I kind of like it long. You could trim it even more. But this is just from the Dollar Tree fabric that they have that I just kept looking at those when I was in there. And I think these are turning out so cute. So I have one little bit more to make here. But definitely hold on to those scraps of little fabric and keeping a little bit of adhesive on there makes it a lot easier when you're wanting to work with it. So, because this saved me from using the glue all on there, and I'm already appreciating having these ready to go because that was just easier for me to snip these off and be able to use them. And I don't think I wanted to mention that these are the jumbo paper clips. These aren't the regular paper clips, just in case I forgot to mention, which I think I did. I may have just showed it, but the jumbo paper clips. Okay, and I did have one that I just wanted to show that it really was slipping and it was coming all the way out. So all I did was just use the little pocket and put a little glue in there to secure it. And then now it's not going anywhere. But I just wanted to show that I did use some glue in the middle and it is holding it. It doesn't look all super messed up and wrinkly like this one did. And I do stand by, and then all I'm going to do is trim the sides because there's a little bit of over on this one. But I do stand by using this 2-inch, this nice adhesive tape. So see you later, Craftinistas.